Welcome to Region 10 Live News. I'm Serjan, and tonight we are redefining leadership growth.
I'm David Corcoran, and we have an exclusive premiere interview from Second Vice President Jean Gamester and a deep dive interview led by Norberto Amaral with the leaders of the European Trainer Network.
And we will hear outstanding speaking tips from Fursey Gotuaco. Plus, I'm coming to you live from Istanbul Corporate Summit, and let's get moving.
That's it. We are 8 districts strong, and I want to see you represented in the chat tonight. So type your district number now if you're watching from District 107 or 59 or anywhere across our great region. Let us hear your digital voice. Who can be the most active district tonight? So we already see Norberto Amaral, District 107, of course. Let's go to our public comments, though. Olga Kucha, District 95. Thanks for joining, Olga, with a sunny emoji I see on screen there. How nice.
Sunny Erlangen, maybe. I don't know the weather in Erlangen, but maybe we will learn later. And to get warmed up for our episodes tonight, we have a very special guest. He is known around the world as the presentation master. He is a world-class trainer, an award-winning speaker, and a true legend in Toastmasters family. Please listen closely to these expert speaking tips from the one and only Fursey Gotuaco. Fursey, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Fursey Gotuaco, and I want to talk to you about public speaking. Today, let's speak specifically about our gestures. And why hasn't my hand moved? My hands are not moving. Somebody help me. My hands are not moving. That's what we're going to be talking about today. When we move our hands, when we make gestures, when we use our body language, how fast should we gesture? I mean, most people simply talk about our hands, and then sometimes we'll even talk about what they mean. But we never talk about the duration of our gesture, how we sustain the gesture. Again, that's duration and sustaining. You'll notice that the whole time I've been speaking, my hand has been there. This is because I've been training. And I'm very intentional. I'm very intentional about my gestures. Most people, when they speak, tend to move. And it goes by, what happened? Very quickly. Whoa, what happened? The gestures come and then they go. But you and I know better. You and I know that we can sustain our gestures. We can hold them for a set period of time. Now, what that period of time is completely up to you. It might stay still for a few seconds, or it might be moving, but at a slower rate. We could even be talking about how something moves across, like we see it, right? Like we see something, and we want to show our audience that we're seeing it. Or maybe we're talking about how our profits this year are going to go up. So our profits go up. Now, it's not just my hands that are moving, are they? It's also my, right? So, now how long was that? Let's try that again, all right? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we really take 5 seconds to do a gesture? Absolutely. Think about this. What if we went 10? You know what? In today's world, we've got to rise. We've got to rise with the challenges. That no matter what challenges we face, we are going to rise. See what I did there? Now this one took, what, maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds? But this one was like, yeah, you and I, we are gonna be these people right here. We're gonna go up. Our success is skybound. Endless positive success. Right? So while you're talking, your eyes are moving. This hand is conducting your audience's eyes, pointing to this other hand that is gesturing very slowly. One last thing about duration. It's not just our whole body that moves as one piece. Our body is made up of separate pieces, like our hand is made up of individual fingers. Are you paying attention? The individual fingers can move independently. And while my hand is slowly opening, I can hold that process. And maybe we're talking about how our minds open. Maybe we're talking about how our hearts open. Maybe we're talking about how we've slowly elevated. Maybe we're describing a flower opening. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this. I can sustain this for 30, maybe even 40 seconds. Can you? Of course you can. Of course you can. And while you're holding your hand, while you're holding that image, while you're holding that tension, guess what else you're holding? You are holding your audience's attention. Oh, yes. You are on your way to being a magnificent speaker. Good job.
Thank you, Fursey. That was powerful. Your lesson on how long to hold a gesture for impact shows exactly why timing is a master skill. So thank you for sharing those precious tips with us and supporting our channel. And before we move on, thanks to David from Madrid 107 for Speak It Up from 109 in Istanbul. I think I know that person, by the way. Olga, again, wonderful to see your voice. Omir from Turkey, from the Adana Club. Wonderful to see you online.
Yeah. And also I like the Fursey tips as well. David, we want to hold our audience here, right? I like this. Well, how he make his gestures. I really like Fursey. Thank you, Fursey, very much. Now, to start our show, we have a powerhouse leader, Jean Gamester, DTM. She is the second vice president of Toastmasters International and leader of change who helps people and organizations grow. A lecturer in leadership and innovation at the Open University, she blends academic insights with real-world experiences. Jean's work sparks curiosity, transformation, and bold conversation. Let's watch her speech titled Acts of Leadership, being the kind of leader people want to be led by.
Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about being the kind of leader that people want to be led by. I'm going to start off with a counterexample, a time when I was a very young professional starting off in my first leadership role and thinking that I should lead by telling everybody what to do and making sure they did it my way, because that was what I had learned up until this point. But I learned from doing leadership that way that it doesn't work. It doesn't deliver results, and it certainly doesn't make people want to be in your team. So I would say that's even more important in Toastmasters, because in Toastmasters, we choose to step up, whether it's because we want to learn or be part of our community. We believe in what Toastmasters can do. We step up for all sorts of reasons, and we get to choose our leaders. So thinking about how to be the kind of person people want to be led by, I have a little acronym for us, because I know some of us like acronyms, and they are acts of leadership, A for attentive, C for committed, T for teaching, and S for sharing power. Let me start off with the first one. Strong leaders are attentive. They are people who notice, who are contributing, and they tap them on the shoulders. I know that I certainly wouldn't be doing my role and my work if people hadn't tapped me on the shoulder. So notice who's contributing, tap them on the shoulder, and also notice who's struggling and help them achieve what they need to achieve. Secondly, strong leaders are committed. They take on a role and they step up to do the things that they signed up to do. So if I'm stepping up to be a club leader, I'm stepping up to help my club achieve its goals and create a really brilliant environment for people to learn. If I'm stepping up as a district leader, then I'm signing up to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Sometimes we take on roles because we know that there's a gap and we want to make sure that it's not left unfilled. Even in those circumstances where we didn't plan to step up, we need to find our why. We need to tap into the reason why this matters so that we can bring the best of ourselves into this. Thirdly, strong leaders are teachers. We're not just focusing on what we're doing and getting the job done. Sometimes we delegate so that people can grow alongside us. We're a learning organization. And one of the things that I love about this is that has this underlying idea that we can all grow. So wherever we are today, we have potential that we can still fulfill. And I get great joy at looking at people today and seeing how far they've grown from the first time I have met them. So strong leaders are teachers. We all have a part to play in growing the people around us. And then finally, I would say that strong leaders share power. There's a version of power which is power over telling everybody what to do, but that doesn't enable each of us to rise up and achieve goals together. When we share power, we're focusing on the power to achieve results together. So let's hold hands and make things happen together. So in summary, in this little short talk, I would encourage you to be the kind of leader that people want to be led by being attentive, by committing to what we sign up for, by teaching each other and sharing power together. And through these acts of leadership, I wish you great joy and all the people that you lead, the joy of being led by you.
Hello, Jean. It was a real good tips for us. Actually, in 5 minutes, we learned so much from you. It was a master class in leadership. Welcome to our live stage. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. And yeah, I have the unique experience of having watched myself on video and now turning up here. A new experience for me. Very exciting.
Yeah, and we are so delighted to host you tonight in our live show. But I have also some questions after your speech.
Great.
Because I would like to hear from you. When was the moment you shifted from leading people by telling people what to do to leading them by building success together? When was that moment?
I would say I'm going to pick out actually two moments. The first moment was very early in my career where I was promoted for the first time to lead a team. And that I had no experience of doing that. I just thought it would be about telling them what to do because I was the boss and I knew best. And that really did not work very well. People felt stifled, perhaps, by the fact that there was only one way, that was Jean's way. So I learned through quite, tricky challenge to that I needed to change. So I started to include people more. And then I think through the experience of leading in Toastmasters and then doing doctoral research, I came across this idea about power together. And I love this idea of power together because I think before then, the idea of power felt a little bit uncomfortable. Power, what do you do with power? But if power is something that we hold together to achieve our shared goals, then that seems like a really positive thing to hold together.
Yeah, amazing. Actually, we are here learning by doing, and it's a very good example what you told us. We learn when you try to do it with our community and you change your leadership style, and you are right now the one of the guru of this area. Thank you very much for sharing this. And
You're
also
welcome.
about this AACTC model. I like this short models, really, I like it to understand better. But when applying ACTC,
Yeah.
which one is more challenging? Which one is more rewarding for you?
Oh, wow. Let's see. I think that the one that's perhaps more challenging is the sharing of power. Not that I don't want to share power, but sometimes I like to get things done. And sometimes I'm in my own happy world and I want to go fast. But if I go fast, I go alone. And I don't actually necessarily get that far because I'm not building in all of the ideas and all of the contributions that other people can make. And it means that I'm the only one who's developing. But because I do like to go fast, I have to be patient and slow myself down and decide what's important. The one that I find, I think I am naturally an attentive person. I naturally kind of pay attention to what's going on around me. So I get quite a lot of joy out of noticing, who's starting to shine, and also who's struggling, who would need a hand. But having been in Toastmasters for 20 years now, this coming month, I have found that there are so many people whose journeys I've been able to pay attention to over the years. There's a lot of joy in that.
Actually, after so long years spending here, still you find joy. I think it's worth it, right? When you do act like this, really you got joy in what you are doing. And when you say that I don't want to move fast, but I want to go together, it reminds me a quote. There was a quote something like that. If you dream alone, something alone, then it's not a very big dream. If you dream with your team, then it's huge. It was something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're creating something more than just the task when everybody's involved. And a better task too, because it turns out that I don't know everything that could be known, nor have all of the ideas. But when you include more people, it's a better outcome.
Yeah, thank you for reminding us. And the last question to you, especially right now, we are in Region 10 Live News and all the leaders also listening to us. And you always talk about being a leader for the people who want to be led by. And for our district leaders, they are watching, or after the show, they will watch again. What will be the first tip to them to make it like this in their community while they are leading people?
Yeah, well, the idea that I would offer is a balance to optimize both a concern for the people that you're leading and a concern for results. Because when you do both of those things together, you are achieving goals and you're taking care of your people. And that combination can really have a massive impact because you grow your people, but you're focused on what you want to achieve. And, as a leader from Region 10, I'm always really proud of how our districts do. So yes, that balance of people and performance together, I think we can continue to rise up.
Very good tips for every type of leader in our community. Thank you very much for all those details and your experience. Any last words from your side?
Just thanks so much for inviting me, and congratulations on all of this really great work with Region 10 TV. I know people are very excited about it, and it's a joy to have been with you.
I'm so glad to hear from you these nice words. And thank you, Jean, really coming here tonight as live show. And it was a great honor having you here on our stage. And thank you so much on behalf of our news team behind the scene. Really, they are so much supporting you. And thank you for your generous support again. And have a
Thank
good night.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Now we have a special news team member who knows a thing or two about growth and style. Reggie the Panda is in the house, or rather in his office, starting a garden. Let's see what he's up to.
Thanks, Sir John. Hello, Region 10. It is great to be back in the studio today. As many of you know, I am a very proud part of this Region 10 team. My big job is to bring the fun. Please don't tell the team, but when they are not watching, I snack on my favorite food, bamboo! You know me, I love munching bamboo, but the delivery fees were getting crazy, so I am growing my own. I found a variety that grows 90 centimeters a day. That is fresh snacks on demand right here in the studio. It is a race against time. Can it grow faster than I can eat it? Challenge accepted! But enough about my salad. Let's start the game you have all been waiting for. What is the game all about? Well, let me tell you. Earlier today, as I was getting ready for this episode, disaster struck. I lost the buttons from my jacket. My buttons will pop up randomly on the screen throughout the show. Will you help me find my buttons? Count them as they pop up. Be fast to type the total number in the chat. The first to type wins. And with this, I give the stage back to David. Keep your eyes peeled to the screen, have fun, and enjoy tonight's incredible show.
Wow, I didn't know that some types of bamboo can grow up to 90 centimeters a day. That's about 4 centimeters an hour. Imagine waking up and your salad is taller than you. Wow. Now, pay attention. Your mission tonight is to count the golden buttons Reggie lost from his jacket. They will pop up randomly on the screen, and they will stay on the screen for 5 seconds. When you see a button pop up, make a note, but do not type anything into the chat until Reggie comes back to call the game over. When he says game over, be the fastest to type the number of buttons, because only the first comment to have the right number of buttons is the winner. The winner will join us later tonight on stage. So get counting. The game is officially starting now. So while you get counting those buttons, let us talk about a very interesting meeting that happened twice a month on Saturday mornings in our region. Who knows who has or maybe has participated in the European Trainers Network? If so, type yes in the chat if you've been part of this journey. So I'll give you a moment there, and also just recognizing Simonetta Roma, who's joined us. Great to see you there. Thank you. And Hannah Brela, thank you for your comment as well. And thank you, Olga, for your questions as we're going through. So do interact with us digitally. We'd love to see you there. So who of you has participated in the European Trainers Network is the question. So type a yes in the chat if you've attended one of their events. I saw on LinkedIn today, actually, they have an event coming up in March. So February's event has closed, but you might want to attend the one in March as well. So do type yes. Our leaders will see that. And before we call them to the stage behind this very initiative, we'd like to sort of find out what it's all about. So let's watch some testimonials of those who have participated thus far.
Try having a dolphin and a snake together in a company. Make your brain start working only Saturday morning. Perfect. So Claire, back to you. We can all enjoy our Saturday training.
How many of you consider yourselves to have a high level of resilience? Ooh, not everyone. Okay, this is the place to be then. This is the workshop for you.
And thank you for simply hosting the session in such a calm way and nice way and open, transparent way.
I like to use the AI companion response because it's a view. It's a view of what happened, and I like to say summarize the session, or how about the feedback. And one example, if you can you evaluate all the feedbacks in a scale and then say why you did it, and then I learned the point of view of the AI.
It's wonderful to be back here with everyone. It's not a Saturday without ETN.
I have been a Microsoft certified trainer before, and I'm actually working towards getting that again. So my training is of necessity going to be of a technical nature, but I do need to bring more of the human interest. Why should you care? Why should anyone care into it?
From a parent to a manager, need to explain things in ways that are easily understandable. So I know you were just saying we're going to have different people with different goals, wanting to be trainers, not wanting to be trainers.
Thank you very much. They are all valuable and supportive as well. So thank you very much. And that's why I love being here to test and learn. And thanks a lot, everyone, for your support.
It's just really cool. I love that you have reinvented the network. You know, when I think back to the early days of my being involved or knowing of this, you know, when we only ever met at District 59 conferences, and it was always about people helping people to improve and sharing ideas. And I love that you've kept that, but in a different format and been able to expand the network. I think that is a really cool thing, that you've kept that thing of, you know, members of the network are leading the sessions and bringing their ideas to share, to challenge us, to help us grow. And so I love that you're doing that. Thank you.
Wow, so that is the European Trainers Network, and we welcome Dorleta, Bill, and Norberto. What a powerful vision, and it is an honor to have you all with us tonight here on Region 10 Live News.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here. Region 10, great, finally. Everybody in
from 59 I heard before, now you're going Region 10. Let's go global after that. So let me introduce you all, and then I'll hand it over to you. So the European Trainers Network is more than just a group. It is the gold standard for trainers in our region. For our districts looking to professionalize their training, let me introduce the leaders that you see here on screen tonight. Bill Monsour DTM is an award-winning speaker, trainer, actor, singer, dancer, and Toastmasters leader with over 20 years of club and district service. He founded multiple clubs, co-founded the European Trainers Network of Region 10, and coaches executives through his company Speaking Arts International in Amsterdam. And we have Dorleta Gonzalez, the trainer of trainers, sales professionals, and executives. She's a high-performance communication coach and international keynote speaker. With magnetic energy and a warm, commanding presence, she sparks real transformation worldwide. She's been a Toastmaster for more than 16 years and an ETN member since 2013, where she serves as the executive meeting organizer. And to lead this high-level discussion, I'm going to now bring in, we now see the man who lives and breathes communication excellence. Norberto Amaral is the District 107 Director, and in his professional world, he's a communication consultant, a speaker coach for top executives, and the lead organizer of TEDx Porto. He's also the author of the influential book Impacto, which teaches us exactly how to command a room. Norberto, as someone who helps ideas change the world through TEDx, you are the perfect person to lead this meeting of minds tonight with the ETN architects. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. And I would like to now briefly interview both Bill and Dorleta about what this amazing thing is, the European Trainers Network. Now, first question, and it's actually for both of you. I'm not actually going to specifically direct this at one of you. What is this European Trainers Network exactly? And also, why did you get involved in it?
Dorleta, shall I go ahead? Yeah. When I was going to district conferences, we had them back when I joined in 2002, they were every 6 months. I traveled all over Europe, met so many wonderful people, enjoyed all the contests. And then I ran into Elizabeth Nosted. You know her, she was an international director. She was starting a training business, which I'd been running my own business already for 10 years. And she said, why don't we get other Toastmasters who are professional trainers or coaches to get together at these conferences and network with each other, run seminars, support each other, and also offer high quality support to the people, the Toastmasters who are volunteering as workshop leaders. We've been doing it now since 2006. I can't believe when I see those videos, and I remember Morag, how she joined us years ago, and think that we're still doing it. But of course, after 2020 with the Corona pandemic, we moved everything online, which in a way allowed us to expand beyond the local limitations. Now you have people from Romania, from Sweden, from Portugal, all over Europe joining us to give workshops online, join us for speaker to trainer program, developing their training skills, which is, beyond being a speaker.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bill. What about for you, Dorleta?
Well, for me, actually, I wanted to be a trainer back in 2012, 13, something like that. And I joined the European Trainers Network. As time passed by, I became a trainer for trainers in the automotive industry. And since then, I had been a member, but really blew my mind during the pandemic in 2020. Bill, could you please mute yourself? It's a kind of an echo. In 2020, the whole company had to stop. We didn't give any more trainings, and our customers were waiting for us. I was trainers. I was training globally everybody in the company, and European Trainers Network became online, and that was my saver. So I actually went there. I believe, Bill, we were doing it 3 times per week or something like that. And after 2 weeks, I actually came back to my boss and I told him, you know what? I know how to do it online. Let's call all the trainers. I'm going to train them. Let's call all the customers. And that's how it happened. And since then, I became really involved with the European Trainers Network because I got a help from them. And now it's my turn to give back to everybody else. So every time I go to European Trainers Network, actually, I always learn. And of course, I share my knowledge and expertise to be able to leverage other people that they want to become a trainer like I was back in the old times, because we are from one another in Toastmasters.
That's wonderful. So for those of us over here on this side who have not participated in one of these sessions, from what I'm getting from what you're saying, happen on Saturday morning, and people bring their own workshops and they get feedback from other experienced trainers and Toastmasters. Am I getting this right?
Completely right. Bill, would you like to say what we do?
Well, the speakers, the trainers lab that we run on the first and third Saturdays of the month was an idea to give a friendly, safe Toastmasters space for trainers to demonstrate their training techniques and practice new things, test new material that maybe they're going to do with their clients later. And so we give evaluations to help people understand what their lesson planning, how they are applying adult learning skills, how they're handling their facilitation skills, dealing with different personalities, and keeping their training engaging and entertaining. So that's what we're doing in the Trainers Lab. But besides that, we also offer the From Speaker to Trainer program online. That's a longer program to help people really understand the basics. And then they can join the Trainers Lab and demonstrate the theory that they have. You can't learn to be a trainer by reading a book. You got to get up and practice, just like as we do in the clubs when we're learning speaking skills. Training skills is sort of advanced level beyond the basic communication leadership skills that you learn in the club. But then, when you get your training skills, you can also volunteer to give trainings at club officers trainings or district officers trainings. There's plenty of opportunities within Toastmasters. So now we have the Pathways extension program, where in Pathways, you are asked to deliver trainings in your clubs. So by the European Trainers Network, we're supporting all the clubs in the whole region to help the members become better at communicating as a trainer to their club members, not speaking, but facilitating learning in their members. Very different.
That's a very interesting concept. So what you're saying is anybody from Toastmasters will be able to join your network. Is that correct?
Right. We're not a club. We are a community of Toastmasters who understand and appreciate the Toastmasters concept of mentoring and having fun and having a safe learning environment where we learn from our mistakes and support each other to grow and be better communicators and trainers.
I would like to add something that Bill actually was saying. Yes, European Student Network is based to leverage people to become from a good speaker into a trainer. That's very clear, and it's open for all Toastmasters. But there is even more there. You even heard that one of the things we do is moderation, and that is a skill that everybody can bring to the real work, because we are always in meetings, moderating, and that is a skill that is added on. No, as a trainer, you need to be able to moderate, but even in your job when you have a meeting. So absolutely, you can use it for a lot of things. And it's not a club, it's not fees, it's free. We give gold for free.
Free, count me in. Now I have one more question just to clarify this, because I think I've heard something which really interests me, and I'm sure it will interest a lot of people who are listening to us, which is this. When we do things like delivering a workshop and receiving feedback at these sessions, can it also count as something that you've done on extended pathways, as you said a while ago, Bill? So is it something that we can integrate into pathways? So can we get credit, in essence, for the things that we do at this network?
It's an interesting question you have. The short answer is no, because we're not a club. So officially, it's not a location where you would get credit. On the other hand, Norberto, why are we in Toastmasters? We want to improve ourselves. And just giving a speech one time doesn't necessarily, or giving a training one time doesn't necessarily develop your skills. By practicing, rehearsing, getting feedback, evaluations from other people, building up your material and becoming better at it, and then presenting it, you're at a much better stage to be effective as a trainer, to be more service to the people you're listening to. So come to us, practice, develop your skills, and then give the training in front of a group of people. That's what I would recommend. So if you're serious about learning and growing, and you really want to have a high level of skill development, find other people who are going to support you on that process. It doesn't happen in a day. It takes time to develop your skills, but it's well worth it. We enjoy it so much when you see how much you've helped people develop their potential and overcome problems that they have and solve issues in their businesses and their companies. It's so gratifying to be a trainer. And besides that, I learn so much myself as I'm coaching other people. I don't see it as work. I just enjoy it.
I like to add something there. Yes, even though they don't get credits, there are a lot of members that they practice their training that they're going to deliver in their club. They practice first in our platform, and then they deliver it. For example, for the officers trainers, when they have to be training, some of them, they had come to us, they had practice, and then deliver a much higher standard training for the officers training. Or if someone wants to try some training that want to deliver in the Toastmasters club, we had that as well. So even though it's not recognized, we support them, and a lot of people, they use their training as well in our platform. Okay.
I love it. I really like the idea that you guys have answered this question, because you've shown that this is not just for ourselves from the sense of actually getting credit for it, but also as to improve ourselves. And as we usually say, and when we're training, one of the best ways to learn is for us to share and to train other people, because then we will learn a lot more. It's usually said that if we just listen, we learn just about 10%. But if we then write, we'll learn a little bit more. If we then speak about it, or if we train other people, if we teach about some subject, then we learn a lot more. So my next question is, how does anyone who is already a Toastmasters get to join this network? What do they need to do?
Well, I certainly would invite them to go to our website, europeantrainersnetwork.com, to get more information there. We also have a presence on the etn.tmclub.eu website, so you can find our meeting schedule and register to attend our meetings or sign up for a role. Basically, if you already have experience in a Toastmasters club and you understand the roles and you understand the basic skills of leadership and communication, then you're welcome to come to us to go that extra distance and practice the skills needed to be a trainer in our trainers lab or in our From Speaker to Trainer program, our networking sessions, or our online workshops that we invite our community to use our platform for. By the way, we're sponsored by District 59 with our Zoom Pro account. So we can really practice using all the features that Zoom Pro has with the whiteboard and the breakout rooms. You learn to practice all of these skills online, which you can then use offline as well. So we're really, I think, on the cutting edge, and using AI technology in your training, developing your materials, but also working with your students. So we're really updating the old From Speaker to Trainer program that Toastmasters has and bringing it into the new age and helping all of our Toastmaster friends come along with us. It's a fun ride.
I would like to add, of course, they can contact Bill or myself anytime. They can define us in LinkedIn, define us in Toastmasters, so they can contact us directly if they have any questions or any doubts. Of course, we're always open. Okay.
That's wonderful. So, Bill and Dorleta, thank you so much for kindly answering all these questions. I'm pretty sure that most people who are here, who are not part of this network yet, they will be soon. Because there's so much value that you're bringing to them, that you're bringing also to their trainees, to everyone who participates in their own workshops. It's something that's, to be honest, it's completely laudable, a really fantastic experience and a really fantastic concept for us to share and to actually extend our experience as Toastmasters. Thank you so much. I'm over for now, and I'm really happy that I was able to interview you guys. This is an amazing thing to do.
Thanks, Norberto. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Norberto, Bill, and Dorleta. It's so clear that having a dedicated space like the ETN to improve our skills and receive the precious feedback is what moves region from good to world class.
Absolutely. Oh, now, wait a second. Do you hear that? Oh, someone, I think I can hear, is getting impatient. Reggie, is that you? It sounds like Reggie the Panda is demanding the stage. All right, Region 10, this is it. Hands off those keyboards. Reggie is about to give us the signal. So if you type before he speaks, your entry will not count. So get those numbers ready and look at Reggie.
It is game over. You can type the number of buttons now.
And our team is scanning the chat right now and to find our very first correct answer following Reggie's voice. And I'm looking for the signal.
That's it. We will wait for that answer. But I don't know about you, Serjan, but I'm inspired by the interview we just saw with Bill, Dorleta, and Norberto about the ETN. So I might try and get that next appointment in March if I'm free on that Saturday. Often I'm doing some training myself at my university, but it's always a good chance to improve our skills. And I really like what they said there about that as well.
Actually, I agree with you. With this Region 10 Live News, I learned so much about Toastmasters, David. I've been a member last 10 years, but actually I'm learning every day when we are doing this live shows. And I would like to also have this session with that team as well. It's impressive.
Absolutely. And all of our guests tonight have had, 20 plus years experience being Toastmasters. And I too am a Toastmaster about 10 years. And so it's interesting to think, that level of growth that can happen between maybe that 10 and 20th year. And of course, we have Toastmasters with longer years of service as well. So for those who are newer to Toastmasters, really watching Region 10 News, they should really think about mentoring and starting to look for those people at conference events and online moments and even through the news. And these people are available, as Dorleta said, on LinkedIn, on the web. You can absolutely find them. So I think it's really a gift for all of us to value the experience of others. So unfortunately, Reggie is a little bit sad. We've just been informed by backstage that unfortunately tonight there is no winner. So poor Reggie, he's going to have to eat his bamboo without his buttons, and maybe he'll eat so much bamboo that he will not need his buttons, in fact. But that's it. So game over. Let me just look at what we've got to come here, Serjan. So let me see.
Yeah, I will take you to my home city, Istanbul, in Turkey, David. Okay.
Right.
Because last week I was on the ground here in Istanbul for the corporate summit. It was a powerhouse gathering of minds shaping the future of our region. And I had the privilege of interviewing Region 10 advisor Lilian Shaftakola. In this exclusive interview, Lilian will be speaking about the recent Region 10 alignment, realignment, and what this strategic shift means for all our districts. And we also hear from the summit organizer, Hülya Kurt, and District 109 leaders, Katya Burdet and Meltem Altınay. Let's head to the summit. Sercan from Region 10 Live News, and I just finished the corporate summit in Istanbul, and my guest is our Region 10 advisor, one and only, Lilian Shaftakola. Lilian, welcome.
Thank you. It's been wonderful being here these last few days, a real experience.
I'm going to ask why corporate summits are important for Toastmasters community. Could you please tell us about this topic?
It's very important because corporate clubs can add so much value to their companies. And this is where it all starts.
Amazing. And you continue to do these corporate summits all around the world, right? What are the cities you are running such corporate summits?
We've had corporate summits in a number of cities. For example, we have in London, we've had in Bratislava, in Prague, let me think of more cities. How about Oslo? I know there was a big corporate summit. I wasn't able to be there, but I heard it was also wonderful. I'm very proud of the fact that all over Region 10, there are corporate summits. There's going to be one in Belgium happening soon.
Great. And I would like to ask your experience in Istanbul. Was it good? Did you enjoy Istanbul?
It was beyond expectation. I've just loved it here, meeting all the fellow Toastmasters face to face. I've known many of them on screen for years, and it's been great mingling with them, sharing ideas, and coming up with strategies to grow Turkey further.
And I just watched you on the panel. You said that we are leading people, not the numbers. That's why empathy for a leader is one of the most important things. Why it is important for leaders to make this empathy with the team they are managing?
It is very basic. As some of you may know, when I started out, I used to be very analytical in nature, always looking at the numbers. That was my focus. And I would forget the people around me. But through my years in Toastmasters as a leader, I've realized how important it is to really work with your team, listen to them, show them you care, talk openly. And that way you can really go forward all together.
Yeah. And also you mentioned that there need to be some realignment in our districts, in our Region 10 as well. Why this realignment is crucial and what is bringing to our community?
This realignment is crucial for many reasons. First of all, some of the districts have not grown as expected in the past years. We've had the pandemic as well, and they're much smaller. And that creates problems for them. They find it harder to get a good leadership pipeline, to get all their expenses the way they want them to. Now the new districts will be able to find more leaders, use their expenses more effectively, and we expect to have more growth and more enjoyment with Toastmasters in that way.
Yeah, I hope it will bring more effectiveness and growth in our community. And thank you very much for coming, Lilian. And any last word from your side?
Thank you. It's been great being here in Istanbul. I'm definitely coming back in the spring. I would love to see it then. And thank you to all the Toastmasters here for hosting me.
Yeah. Now I'm with Meltem. She's the club Growth Director of District 109. I would like to ask about this corporate summit that you organized very well and you had a very successful meeting. How do you feel right now, Meltem?
I'm so excited. My special gratitude to all District 109 members, district leaders, especially Division B, area directors and all club members. We visit many corporates with our Lilian Shaftakola region advisor and our district director Katya Burdet. My special thanks to club members. They organize very successful combined meetings to give example of demo meetings, and we visit many corporates to invite their employees and company employers. My special thanks to Sercan, and also my special thanks to Club Growth team. They do amazing job. So I want to invite all corporates to charter new corporate clubs in Turkey.
I hope. Is there any number expectation for corporate clubs from your side for being successful after these meetings? How many clubs do you want to open?
We want to charter at least 5 clubs within the 12 months.
Only for Turkey or District 109?
For Turkey.
Oh, for Turkey, we are a big country. Yeah, we need to do it, I think. Thank you very much. Any last words you want to add?
I wish success to all District 109 members. I trust you with our core values. We are a very successful district. Congratulations, everyone.
Actually, congratulations, District 109. And I would like to congratulate all Region 10 as well, because we have these different districts. They are doing amazing jobs, and we will celebrate all together. Thank you very much for watching us. Now with me, Hülya Kurt. She is the moderator and the organizer for Toastmaster Corporate Summit in Istanbul. Hülya, welcome.
Thank you so much. Welcome you, Sercan. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too. Although she's Turkish and she's organizing this event in Istanbul, but she's based in Geneva, Switzerland, and she did amazing job. How did you manage all the stuff?
It's all about relations and nurturing these relations that we talked today during our panel as well, and how to nurture them and use and leverage these connections, even though I'm based in Geneva, to find this venue, find the conference room, have sponsors, and be here in person, because for me, that's really valuable.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering why leadership is important to you. Could you please give a perspective to us?
Because we as leaders, everyone can be and is a leader. You are the leader of your own life, obviously. But having leaders who are moving you, who are kicking you, who are igniting the fire that we heard today from one of our wonderful participants is very important for me, because we need to motivate who? We need to motivate us. We need to motivate our employees. We need to motivate our kids, our husbands, ourselves. This is what we learn here. Not to be a leader, to be a good leader, a leader who's impactful, a leader is acting as a force for good, for wealth, for prosperity, and for peace. That's what is important for me.
Sentences or words that stayed in your mind after this leadership panel?
Absolutely, there were many. Because right after each panelist, I took away the essence about vulnerability. So a leader does not need to be strong all the time. Absolutely not. Being vulnerable, knowing yourself, knowing thyself, knowing your unconscious bias, knowing how you react, regulate your emotions. It's not only about numbers, like Lillian said. We are leading whom? We are leading humans. And no numbers. So these were the main things that came out here. And also, can we prepare for everything? No. As wonderfully Mr. Fuat Yalçın mentioned, he's from Rotary Club, the ball can come from any corner. We need to be only equipped.
Thank you very much. Any last words from your side?
Let's have fun.
Yes, let's have. Thank you very much, Region 10 Live News. Now with me, Katya Burdet, our District 109 Director, and she's really enjoying. You enjoy Corporate Summit, I think. It looks like corporate is not a very fun activity, but you have fun. How was your experience in it?
My experience here is, of course, full of fun. Otherwise, I cannot join. I love to have fun. Corporate Summit is a great opportunity to meet people that are coming from a company, and they are employees or they are good leaders, and we can share values, we can share experience, and we can try to open new projects together.
District 109 is a big region and you have several countries. Are you planning to do such corporate activities, corporate summits in your region as well?
Oh, thank you for this question. Actually, the Corporate Summit is a good event that all countries can organize. We had Corporate Summit this year with Nestlé, was really effective, and we are planning also to have others in order to allow companies to know more about Toastmasters.
Thank you very much. And I was watching you in the leadership panel, and I really like to ask this question, which I couldn't. That's why I'm asking in front of all the audience here. Because you're a very good leader, you are motivating your team a lot. But the question is, what impact you would like to create in your community?
This is a great question. Actually, it's the question that I asked me when I started this job, because I was aware that it was quite hard. But then I say, which is my why? My why is to create fun to create sustainability in order to allow people to grow in a way that can change their life. So this is something that really matters to me, because we are here not only to have goals, to achieve something about DC people, we are also here to grow as personal. So this is my invitation to everyone. Take fun, grow together, and take everything you need from Toastmasters.
And thank you being my guest in front of Region 10 Live News audience. Any last word you would like to add?
Last word is courage. Courage.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's be courage then. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for coming. And it was a great Istanbul Corporate Summit, really. I hope we will do again next year. And thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah, it was really powerful activity, powerful insights from Lillian on the realignment and what a team in Istanbul. You felt the energy, I think. And if your district, actually, people here listening to us, if your district is running a corporate summit, reach out and we want to spotlight your success right here on the news as well.
Congratulations for that interview too, Serjan. It looked like you could hear in the background a chaos of activity there. So to grab those leaders in that time too was very admirable. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. And also in March, we have 2 special episodes, David, for our district conferences showcase. Districts from across the region will show us their venues, speakers, and workshops.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful. I already want to ask you though, Serjan, where are you planning to go in the next months for district conferences and activities?
Yeah, actually, I already booked a Tiran ticket and also conference ticket. District 109 conference is going to be happen in Albania, and I will go there. If you go there, we will meet there in person as well. David.
Maybe, yeah, absolutely. And I know Olga, who's on our team, is also going to be attending the conference in Essen coming up. So March is looking like a wonderful time to showcase what's going to be coming up across Region 10. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and it's the best way to meet people, I think, in person, make friends for life and grow your network. Actually, you feel the true spirit of our Toastmasters family.
That's it. Wonderful. Great. Yeah. Well, what a great episode it's been tonight, Serjan. Well done.
Thank you very much. Well done, David. And we will see you in March again. And I'm Serjan.
And I'm David. And this has been Region 10 Live News.